Hi guys, it's Rachel here with Sandy Toes and Stiletto. How's everyone doing today? I'm really excited. I'm gonna launch a new series called Tutorial Tuesday. Last week I did my first tutorial and it was my beachy waves and you all seemed to really like it. So it gave me the idea that why not make it a weekly thing or bi-weekly thing. So this week's tutorial, I'm gonna talk about this cute little half up top knot situation that I've been doing a couple times on my blog. Every time I do it, I get a lot of questions or get asked how I do it. So I figured I would go ahead and show you. Gonna be 100% honest. Today's I think is a little crazy, of course, when I want to show you all, but that's okay. I'm gonna still walk you through step by step. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it on Facebook too. That was wonderful when you all did that last time. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get started on how I do this little cute top knot. I'm gonna speed through this part pretty quickly because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I always start with teasing my hair at the top of my head. So I always take a little bit of hair at the root and tease that, and then I take one or two big swoops from like the top of my ends down. As you can see here, I'm just doing a couple sections, and this really is just to give it a lot of volume all over. Once I'm done teasing that, I go back through and I make sure I spray everything with hairspray. I'm going to go ahead and slow this part down so you can see how I section the hair out. I start at my ears and I really just pull the hair straight up towards the crown of my head. I don't overly stress if it's not super even, if there's some pieces here or there, because that's okay. It's allowed to look a little messy. At least that's how I like to do mine. So once I kind of get that hair where I think it's good towards the back of my head, I then take a fine tooth brush, bristled brush, and I just smooth it out. It's not a regular brush because I don't want to take out all of those, all the teasing that I just did, but I do want to make sure that I go and I smooth everything out. Okay, now if there's any tricky part, it's going to be this part. So as you can see, I just take the hair and I don't pull it all the way through. And then I just keep wrapping it around like probably 3 or 4 times to make it a little tight. But that's really it. I mean, right now the ends are hanging out, as you can see. But I just form a little bit of like a half bun in the back. Now the next step is to go ahead and take some of that hair and just really pull it forward. It's going to create that little bit of that bump and that volume on the top of your head. It's all teased, so it shouldn't really be hard. And then next is where the bobby pins come in. I first will take part of the bun and I just pull it forward and then I pin it in just like that. Then I like to take the tail and sort of wrap that around a little bit and pin that in as well. And then I'll go to the other side that I didn't pin and I pull that to the front and I pin that in as well. And the rest of it is just you kind of play around with it as much as you want to sort of pin it however you think you need to pin it to get that shape that you want. I also forgot to mention the hairspray that I use. It's the same as my Beachy Wave hair tutorial. It's the Sheriff by Dry Bar. So I'll go ahead and make sure I post that in the link below as well. I'm going to go ahead and speed up again, but honestly what I'm doing is I will pin and then I'll pull some out a little bit and then I'll find something that I maybe don't like and then I go and I pin it in a little bit more and then I pull it back out. So it really is a little bit of trial and error, but that is essentially how I get that little bun at the top. The next step that I do is I will look crazy here, but I like to tease around. where my hair is pulled up. It just gives it more volume. It looks better. It does fall. It doesn't look crazy like this. So believe it or not, that's it. We are done with the half up bun. So if you guys have any questions, always reach out to me. Thanks for stopping by.